Hi, good day everyone. My name is Irma Jane Di Publico. I'm going to report about COVID-19, function of family against COVID pandemic. You know what is coronavirus disease? I know a little. Coronavirus disease or COVID-19, it is an infectious disease caused by a newly discovered coronavirus. Most people who fall sick with COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate symptoms and recover without special treatment. What are the symptoms of COVID 19? There are three types of symptoms, which are less common symptoms, most common symptoms, and serious symptoms. Less common symptoms are fever, dry cough, tiredness. Serious symptoms, difficulty of breathing or shortness of breath, chest pain or pressure, loss of speech or movement, while most common symptoms are aches and pains, sore throat, diarrhea, headache, loss of taste or smell, a rash on the skin, or discoloration of fingers and toes. So we need to be vigilant and we need to be careful of the symptoms. How it spreads. So the virus that causes COVID-19 is mainly transmitted through droplets generated when an infected person coughs, sneezes, or exhales. These droplets are too heavy to hang in the air and quickly fall on floors or surfaces. That's why we need to wear a face mask and our face shield, and if possible, our hand gloves to avoid being infected with the COVID-19. Warning: you can be infected by breathing in the virus if you are within close proximity of someone who has COVID-19, or by touching a contaminated surface and then you touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. That's why we need to use alcohol or hand sanitizer to sanitize our hands, or by simply washing our hands with a clean water and soap, and always wear our face mask, especially if we go outside, and let's avoid going to the crowd and always remember social distancing. COVID 19 has rattled our world with devastating impacts on children and families across the globe, from the job loss to supply shortages. Parents and children have been faced with a new and evolving sources of stress. Who have been uniquely affected by the COVID 19? It's no other than children and families. While children appear to experience milder symptoms from COVID 19 infection than older individuals, sudden changes in routines, resources, and relationship as a result of restrictions on physical interaction have resulted in major impacts on families, especially to young children. Causes of stress during pandemic. So first is the absence of school. Next, childcare, and then extracurricular activities, family gatherings, children's social support networks. Let's have absence of school. Most parents are having a hard time teaching their kids because in this new normal, the parents are the teachers as well. And then childcare, they're also the one who needs to take good care of their children this time. Before the pandemic, most of parents, they're sending their kids to school, to a nursery, or hiring nannies to take good care of their own child. And then extracurricular activities, it's very impossible for us to go for a trip or to have a family days nowadays since of the tight protocols. And then family gatherings are also a big no-no this time. So if we can avoid celebrating some gatherings, it's better. But if we cannot avoid, we need to always put in mind the social distancing and limit the visitors. Then children's social and support networks, it's very difficult for the young children nowadays because they cannot go outside, they cannot play with their playmates, and they cannot go to school. So they are still adapting the new normal. I'm going to show you the percentage of Filipinos who were involuntarily hungry in the months of February to May 2021. So let's go to the Luzon or the imbalanced Luzon. From 6.3% to 12.6%, so it doubled. It is equal to 1.4 million families who are involuntarily hungry in these months. And then in Visayas, from 9.3% to 14.6%, that's equal to 436,000 families who are involuntary hungry or who were involuntary hungry. And then in Mindanao, from 12.7% to 24.2%, or it is equal to 709,000 families who were or still experiencing hunger, because most of the people, especially here in the Philippines, lost their jobs. In this data from Philippine Statistics Authority, it is underemployed persons and underemployment rates. So let's begin in January 2020. So it's in the brown bar. It is 6.3 million who are underemployed persons. So it's equal to 14.8%. Then after the 6 months interval, it is already October 2020. So it decreased. The underemployment rate decreased. So from 6.3 million, it became 5.7 million underemployed persons. So it is equal to 14.4%. So let's go to January 2021. So after 6 months, so from 5.7 million, it became 6.6 million underemployed parents. So it increased. So it is now equal to 16% underemployment rate. So there are a lot of people who are underemployed or unemployed because there are a lot of companies who closed, and there are a lot of companies who filed for bankruptcy, and many people lost their jobs and they don't have any other income. So that's why the underemployment rate in the Philippines increased when 2021 came. People during COVID-19 pandemic, each one of us has different experiences in terms of financial, emotional, and even physical. In this picture, as what we can see, it is a starving family because of poverty. So the children and the mother are sharing in one plate. Maybe the family has no income, and maybe both of parents lost their jobs. That's why for other people who are still fortunate this time, we can share a little to other people. So it's your choice to help, but it's our duty as a human being to help other people. First and foremost, and it's very important, wearing of our face mask and face shield. So nowadays, people must wear our face mask, especially if we go outside. In this photo, it's about community pantry. So some NGOs, especially here in the Philippines, conducted a community pantry, and also other private persons who wants to help other people. So in the community pantry, it's the place where you can donate foods or other things that could help other people. In this photo, as what we can see, there are a lot of relief goods. So many Filipino households receive relief goods from our government, especially when the COVID-19 occurred here in the Philippines. And all we can do as a simple citizen of the country and as a person, we need to follow the protocols and stay at home. If we can do those simple actions, we can save a lot of lives. That's the only thing we need to do in order to minimize the person who got infected by the COVID-19. And that ends my report. Thank you very much for listening, and always put in your mind, be healthy and be safe. And once again, thank you very much. See you on my next report. Bye.